Let me ask you about the Clinton email investigation. President Clinton, Bill Clinton, on the stump for former Secretary of State Hillary, his wife, over the weekend. He said that this inquiry is nothing more than a political game. Watch this. Going to get your reaction, Judge.
They said, oh, no, some of them should have been secret. Now, you think about this when you are home. If you're driving in a 50-mile-an-hour zone and a police officer pulls you over when you're driving 40, says, I'm sorry, I got to give you a ticket because you know the speed limit here should be 35 and you should have known it. So everybody's all breathless about this. Look, this is a game.
This is a game.
Well, it's very telling that this should have happened over the weekend. Two events happened over this weekend that are related to each other. President Bill Clinton, for the first time, discussing in public the criminal investigation of his wife and attempting to gainsay it by saying this is a game. Friday afternoon, in a Freedom of Information Act case in which a reporter asked for letters from the Justice Department to Mrs. Clinton about this. The Justice Department said we can't release these letters because they pertain to a law enforcement matter. Now, Mrs. Clinton has referred to this as a game, like her husband just did. She's referred to it as a security review. This is the first time that the Justice Department has acknowledged in a pleading to a federal judge that this is not a game and it's not a security review, it's a law enforcement matter. I don't think it's a coincidence that Bill Clinton said what he did on Saturday, knowing what had been filed by the DOJ on Friday.
Hillary keeps kind of deploying Bill to slam her critics and say things that she might not be able to say, because she has said this and people always say, you know, you're not taking it seriously enough. If it's coming from Bill, it's another thing, like when it was in March, I believe, when he was saying attacking Obama's horrible legacy. She can't really say that. Bill says it. She keeps kind of deploying him to attack people.
Well, what he was saying here about the speed limit being changed from 50 to 40 is Mrs. Clinton's allegation that materials were made top secret after she saw them.
But she made them top secret.
Right, but that is an irrelevant defense.
Change.
She is the government's chief diplomat. She is obliged to know what is secret, top secret, and confidential when she looks at it, whether it's stamped with that or not.
Of course. Let me ask you this, because Congressman Darrell Issa came on Sunday Morning Futures, my Sunday show on Fox News Channel yesterday. He says it's not a game. It's actually illegal. Get your reaction to this.
What she did was wrong. She knew it was wrong. Bill Clinton knew it was wrong. Her staff knew it was wrong, and they did it anyway. And now there are at least 20 highly classified. These are top secret and above documents, and over 2,000 that are classified at the secret or confidential level. That's not going a little under the speed limit, over the speed limit. It's breaking the law.
Well, he's exactly correct. There are 2,200 emails in the category of confidential, secret, or top secret that she exposed to hackers by removing them from a secret, secure State Department venue to her own and her husband's servers. Of that, 20, this is what he's referring to, are top secret. Of those, 4 are what's called SAP, Select Access Privilege, so secret that the FBI agents investigating her lacked the security clearance to read them.
You can't compare her level of involvement to just someone driving down the road, what they should know about the speed limit. She's the Secretary of State, so you should have some idea of what should be secure and not secure.
Only in her husband's fertile mind can you make this comparison.
Exactly.
He doesn't even think that. Come on. I mean, no one thinks he thinks that.
Politics.
No one for a second thinks that Hillary and Bill think, oh, no, this was okay. It's not okay. They know what they're doing. This is all being obfuscated.
They're
being helped here.
They are making matters worse, in my view, when they demean and mock the FBI agents who are investigating.
I don't want to sound crass, but every time I hear him speak like that, I only think about him wagging his finger and saying, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. But you know, such a dismissive tone about, like, how dare you question me? And it was a lie.
And yet here we are. You know, he got away with all that. He's like a hero to everybody. And here's Hillary, odds-on favorite to win the White House. Wow. What do we do?
What do we do? She could pardon herself if she wins the White House and is then indicted.
Right, because another thing that Darrell Issa said, another thing that Darrell Issa said on my Sunday show was that they want to wrap up the email investigation sooner, but they're not going to be able to wrap up the foundation investigation. So they may wrap up the email investigation by May, June, and then go and continue the investigation to the foundation, and that could be after the election.
There are hundreds of thousands of pages of documents in the foundation investigation investigation. The FBI didn't acquire them until January. It's now May. It's going to take a lot longer to go through. The email investigation is nearing the very end. Whichever way it goes, it's at the very end.
And the foundation investigations, basically, she was doing business. She was the Secretary of State, and heads of state, countries were giving money to the Clinton Foundation.
In return for official governmental favors from her.
Right. Judge Napolitano, good to see you, sir.
Likewise.
Thank you so much, Judge. Coming up, she built her company into $1 billion business. How Kathy Ireland went from swimsuit model to one of America's most successful entrepreneurs. She's coming up. And then Captain America Civil War taking flight overseas, the latest film in the Marvel superhero franchise, already proving to be a box office blockbuster. The movie starring Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans has brought in an estimated $200 million internationally. It's set to premiere in the U.S. on Friday.
Final warning.
I could do this all day.